A ship carrying 200 tons of aid is expected to land in Gaza today. The Foreign Secretary says there has to be an immediate pause to fighting to let the aid in, but that the pause also has another important purpose.
Yeah, David Cameron says it would allow the safe release of Israeli hostages who've been held by Hamas since the terror attacks on October the 7th. Among them, 23-year-old Elon O'Hill, who was captured in a savage attack by Hamas, of course, at the Supernova music festival. And
Alon's 17-year-old cousin, Maayan Rosen, joins us now. It's October.
Hello.
Hello.
Feel like such
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We feel like such a long time ago, October. It's been, months and months of waiting. It must be so hard.
Yeah, it has been, today it is 160 days that Alon is being held in captivity.
And in fact, on the poster where you're calling for him to come home, you've even had to, you can hold it up now, you even had to cross out how old he is and update it, because in the time that he has been held hostage by Hamas, he's gone from 22 to 23 years old. Look, what do you want to happen? Do you want the ceasefire to happen immediately? What do you want to say to your leaders? What do you want to say to the British parliamentarians here? What pressure can be brought to bear?
Well, I think that every pressure we can do everyone should be doing anything in order to bring them home. We miss him, we miss... Our family is not whole, it's not full without him, and we should do anything. We are doing everything we can, and we're here to talk with everyone we can in order for him to be back, to be with us.
It's a remarkable and horrifying situation. What kind of conditions do you understand or imagine that your cousin is being held in?
Well, actually, we don't know in which conditions they are being held in. We don't know anything about him. We don't know where he's being held in. We don't know if he's eating, if he's drinking, if he can speak and talk with people. We don't know anything.
Do you even know if he's alive?
We know he was kidnapped alive, but ever since then, we don't have any life sign. We don't know anything. No. Our family believes he's alive, and we believe he's strong and he's surviving. We believe he's helping others. We hope he's with people around him.
It's so, I mean, it's awful that you're only 17.
Yeah.
And you're in a situation now where you're effectively travelling around the world trying to lobby politicians for the release of your cousin.
I'm still in high school. I'm only 17. This is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm here at a delegation here to London with Alon's sister. She's 14. She's only 14, and she misses her brother so much. This is not something that we're supposed to go through.
No.
We're fighting for him, and we're only teenagers.
There was one ceasefire, which Qatar and the government there with the Americans and the British and the Israeli government managed to agree. And in that short period, there were some hostages released.
Yes. Right.
What are you hearing from the government in Israel? Is there a prospect of another ceasefire which they will agree to, which would allow some more releases?
Well, they're talking about a ceasefire, and it's always on the table, but it is very problematic. You know, they're like, we want them to do anything they can, and we're waiting for them to do it.
Do you find the situation in Gaza distressing? I mean, because there's obviously the hostages are being held. There's also so much loss, isn't there?
Yeah.
The people there. I mean, it just must be an awful situation for you as a family member who just wants your cousin home to witness and be caught up in.
Yeah, it is very hard, and it is distressing. We don't know what he's been going through, and we are really worried about him.
So what will you say today to the Foreign Office? What message would you give today to David Cameron, our Foreign Secretary, about what needs to be done?
Well, I think we're here to tell our stories, to raise the awareness, and for people not to forget about the hostages, for them not to forget about Alon, because we are still living the October 7th, and we can't forget about it. So I think we're here to tell them, to tell anybody, to do anything they can, to make pressure, to use their connection.
Of course, and when you go back to Israel, I don't know if you've had a meeting yet with Prime Minister Netanyahu, but if you were to meet him next week, what would you say to him that needs to be done?
I would just tell him that we can't live like this anymore. And it's not normal. Bring them back. Bring them back. Now we miss them and time is running out. So just do it now.
That should be the priority, to bring the hostages back.
Exactly.
Maayan Rosen, thank you for being with us. And, you know, we just hope that
Thank you.
You get the resolution that you deserve. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And it's brilliant to see the poster that you brought in of your cousin.
Yeah.
There he is, and it's important he's not forgotten.
Yeah. Thank you, Maayan.
Thank you.
All the best. Tomorrow we're going to be speaking to Yousef Al-Helou, who is campaigning for a refugee scheme for Palestinian families trying to escape the violence.